Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Shannon Morse Snubs is here.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for paying me to play with these toys.
The new show. Can we announce that? Is it secret?
I don't know. It's out there. Yeah.
It's out there?
Yeah.
So Revision 3 kind of bailed on Texzilla. I saw your last episode. I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
But good news.
Yes, very good news. Patrick Norton and I are going to be doing a new show called Tech Thing.
Tech Thing?
Yes. So,
and it's spelled the same as Texzilla, T-E-K, but I won't tell Revision 3
Same
that.
as H-A-K and Hack as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a K show.
Mm-hmm. So we just shot a promo video for our Patreon and for our YouTube channel.
Where is
so
the
we'll
Patreon? Because that's how you're paying for this. Is
we don't have it set up yet. So as soon as we have it set up, we'll be releasing all the information on it.
So this is a little preview.
Yeah.
Before it's ready. I'm thrilled to hear that.
You can already find us on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. I've already set up all the social networks. So, yeah, definitely find us. Tech Thing.
Tech Thing. T-E-K-T-H-I-N-G. And
yes.
Is that the YouTube channel? YouTube.com/TechThing? Great.
Yes, it is.
There's people moving around here. What is this?
Yes, robots. So these are called the Ozobots. You can buy these for $49.99 each, or you can buy them in a double pack like this one for $99.99. So each one is about $50.
Okay.
And this one's running away.
Does it include the cards and the stuff?
It does.
Okay.
So you get the cards. You get these little cards that look like, regular 3-inch by 5-inch cards that you would usually find. You also get some drawing boards, such as this one. A calibration board that's where you always want to put it, right before you want to put it on an actual game board so that it can calibrate and find black label lines like this.
You have to teach the camera what to look for.
You do. So when you first turn it on, and it lasts for about 40 minutes of playtime.
Okay.
You want to hold down for about 2 seconds, and an LED will start blinking white.
Yeah.
You put it on the calibration board, and it's supposed to flash
it's looking
green.
for the edges.
Yeah, it looks for the edges, and then it'll calibrate and flash green.
Okay.
And you turn it on again, and you set it on your board,
I am
and
ready.
you can start playing with it.
And what is it doing?
So it hasn't a mind of its own. It's reading the black lines, and it follows those. And every time it runs into a different color, whether that's green, blue, or red, it'll read that out as a certain combination that gives it something different.
It's a command.
For example, if I set it on my drawing board.
You actually made these with the dry erase markers.
I did. So I set it on here, and if it hits the green, red right there, that means that it'll win.
I win,
and then it starts flashing,
I
and
win.
it runs in a circle, so it knows that it just won at the finish line.
Is it like a rat you're training to run a maze?
It's kind of like a rat, yeah. And you never know exactly what they're going to do, so it'd be really cool to get like a couple of these together and then do a racing game with another person, like another kid, and see which one ends up at the end of the finish line, because you don't know where they're going to end up going if they have multiple places to go.
You know, the technology reminds me a little bit of the Anki drive we showed last year, the racing
very similar
racetrack, because they followed a virtual track just like this. It was only really color on paper.
Now, these come with these, as well as a couple of nice little charging cables. They just charge with micro USB. Takes about 40 minutes to charge and then 40 minutes of playtime. You get a couple of carrying cases with them, an extra little rubber case to put on the top in case you want to change its color. And these are separate. So these are the kind of Crayola crayons that you would probably want to use with it. It can recognize these colors. The lines have to be very thick if you want to draw your own. It won't recognize a very thin line, so you have to make sure that you draw it nice and thick. Now, one really cool thing, and this is my favorite part, is there's a couple of applications that you can use. And let me go ahead and
I see you brought your iPad.
My iPad,
All
yes.
Right. Are they iOS only, these apps?
Actually, I'll show you this one last.
Okay.
They're Google Play and iOS.
Oh, good.
Now, one is where you can just draw your own board.
So you drew this track?
On an iPad,
oh,
yeah.
That's kind of neat.
So the first thing you need to do, again, is calibrate it. So I'll go back here to the main website, and I'll click on, let's see, Tune Up. There it is. I want to calibrate my sensors, so I will turn it off again, do the 2-second hold, LED turns white, put it on here, and then it calibrates.
Oh, that's nice. That was easy.
And I'm going to go back to the main page. Yeah, really easy to figure out.
And you recommend doing that each time, but you don't have to do it each time.
I would recommend doing it if you're switching from paper over to iPad or iPad to paper, because it's not going to recognize back and forth. It gets a little confused whenever you want to do that. So now I drew this one, I saved it, so I can just turn it back on.
But you don't know what it's going to do when it sees red, green, or blue.
You don't know what it's going to do. So you can stick it on here,
Do you learn? Does it learn? Can you then say, I see it does this?
It automatically knows what the codes are. For example, this blue, black, blue, that means that it's going to go really fast. This is a zoom mode, so it'll speed through that real fast.
Okay.
This one right here, this green, red, or red, green, red, that'll throw it off and make it go a confusing place.
Yeah.
And this one at the end is a U-turn. So
you learn actually what the robot might do because it knows, but you don't know.
With it.
That's interesting.
Now,
You're
the
the rat
last
in this
thing that's
maze.
very fun to do with this is called Ozo Groove. This is another iPad app as well as Google Play. Unfortunately, I found that the Ozobot app is not available for the Note 4, so I could only use it with a tablet on Google. But it is available for the iPad as well. So I'm going to hit Dance for this one. And then what I can do is tap to activate, and I'll turn you back on. And I'm going to load my Ozobot. Oop. Guess I should select a dance first.
A little country music. All right.
Okay, so I'm loading my Ozobot.
What's it doing? What's it doing? Oh,
so this takes a little bit of time.
It's programming it. It's actually sending it
code. But I can set up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ozobots on this one dance floor. So I can set this one up with it. And once it's completely ready to go, I can hit dance.
And it's taught.
And it's going to dance to the music. So if I turn this up all the way, you can hear this really horrible music that's logged into the program. It'll dance to the music.
Wow.
It's cute.
So what is the gameplay value of this thing? I mean, you think, and what ages you think? Obviously, you enjoy it.
I would not recommend, yeah, I enjoy it, but I'm a kid at heart. I recommend it for kids that are young teens or like 7, 8, 9 years old.
A little bit older.
Yeah, nobody younger than that because it is a little confusing to calibrate it every time and they might get frustrated with that. This would be really fun to learn some code examples for if you want to.
Because you are programming it once you learn what these colors do.
Yeah. You're programming it, you're making your own games. So this gets kids creative and gets them to learn with each other. So it's a very, very fun way to get techie with people if you want to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. So on the pro side, it's very fun. I like the little designs, and it's a good price. On the con side, you have to calibrate it every time, and the battery life is not that great. But even so, I still give it a buy because they're so cute and they're really fun. And I think it's a cool thing to give a kid, especially as a gift.
It is actually a little pricey, $50
It is
each,
a little pricey.
But the apps are free.
Yeah, the apps are totally free, and you could even plug in your own music if you wanted to.
So it sounds like you're giving it a...
It's a buy.
A buy.